We're here. Friday night, all night long. I hope you guys got your coffee. I hope you guys got your MOJO. I hope you guys got your human jet fuel. No doubt about it right there, baby. Discerning the light. Man, oh man, it's going to be a topic. Really like to have your guys' input on it as well. Seems like everybody these days has got their own derivative, their own persona of things, and that's okay. It's completely okay. It's like, you're like, whoa, man. I'm going to hell in a handbasket if I don't believe your what? You don't believe their narrative. It's discerning their truth from your truth. But everybody seems to like leave out. Everybody seems to leave out one specific key. Trying to help one another. And that is like looking at everybody and seeing the God light, that source light, that energy. That all is creative power, no matter how damn destructive they are. Even scratch and sniff. Unless he's a bot, hell, I don't know. But tonight, we're going to be talking about that. We're talking about all of these light warriors and truth tellers, and kind of go over some things, because I've noticed a lot of you are being bombarded by, I hate to say it, but false friends, false light. You've got a lot to talk about. You've got a lot to share. Some of them got hellacious stories to go with them. But nevertheless, it's false light. I guess because they're trying to indoctrinate you with their story and then play woo-woo over on you. Anyway, nevertheless, we'll talk about it. Okay. Brainiac, discerning the light. Everybody's truth is their own. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me tonight. Share this broadcast, share this podcast, Brainiac. This is your show. All I do is make the pretty pictures and give you a place to talk. That's all I do. Again, welcome to the Matrix Minds, my friends. I love you. Be with me the rest of the night. Hang tight, everybody. Crank this up, as Mr. Andy Katz says. Let's blow some speakers, shall we?
You guys ready? It's time. It's showtime, brains. That's right. It's Matrix time. And it's go time. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go. We're going to talk about ufology, conspiracy, controversy, and anything and everything that we can get into tonight.
Right, Brainiacs, let's go. Get up.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Get up, Brainiac. Yeah. It's definitely your show. Your show, and we appreciate you for being here. Buckle up, everybody.
friends? Oh, hello everybody. Oh, tonight's gonna probably get me in trouble. I just noticed something. The hell am I doing with a Christmas cup in April? Okay, all right. Anyway, that's kind of like looks as wow. In about 15 minutes, I'll probably be coming out of my skin, blowing my shirt off. All right, man, let's go over to the Brainiac chat. Say hello to everybody. Let's see. Throw in my eyes. Amy Joe says, yeah, baby, let's go. Oh, man. Mr. Andy Cassidy's up in here. I see all of you guys, no doubt. Mr. Larry Hawkins is in the house. Yeah, man, I see unicorns and aliens. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a little bit of unicorns and aliens, but yeah, it's not gonna be. It is, but it's not gonna be. What's up, Michael? What's up, buddy? See you guys up in here, no doubt. Too much mojo. No, bro. No, you can never have too much mojo. Let's try to blow a speaker. I've been known to do that. So look, Miss Penny Pushers, yes, baby, it's live. Let's go all night. Let's do 11, at least do 11:45 anyway. Got an hour and 45 minutes to see if I can't get myself in trouble with some light working community. Star Thieves, right? Star Thieves. That's what we're all called. Star Thieves, light workers. Yeah, man. Tonight, but I'm gonna kind of rattle the cages a little bit. Here's the thing. I'm not throwing anybody specific. Okay, and this is the thing. I was talking to somebody that is a real sweetheart. I will say she is an absolute sweetheart. Does nothing more than literally she is a service to others person, right? This lady is a service to others person. And see, here's the thing. I personally, this is my own. Here's the, I guess here's the narrative here, is we all have got our own subjected truths. We all go through our own journeys in life, and we share them with one another here within our families. There's a book that I'm reading, and it refers to the inner world, and the outer world, right? Inside as well as outside. And I can tell you that the majority of all of you up in here that I see, you very much so are worthy of having that light inside of you. I'm even talking about assholes with a heart. Okay? Service to others. That driving force of service to others is primarily the key. Okay? But just like I did my image here, just like I did this beautiful little image here. Look at it. Look at that image. Beautiful image. There's so much truth in that image, though. Okay? One guy is turning his back and he's got a sword. The other one has got some kind of a javelin. And he's got his face kind of down. The other guy's like walking towards the light. Okay? Here's the thing. A lot of people these days are hiding behind that light. Okay? The true entity within you should be able to discern what is and what is not a true light. Should be able to discern what is and what is not of a false teaching or someone else's belief, a generational belief. Okay? I got tied up. Again, this is my own personal story. I myself got pulled into that generational teaching. Okay, for a long time. I started doing some research. It just something inside me after my spiritual awakening, something inside of me is like, you know what? That was my parents, my grandparents, and probably my grandparents' parents' belief system. Their narrative, their belief, passed down. That's what I mean by it's generational, right? And that's okay. If that's what you want to go after, and that's where you feel comfortable, I will indeed tell you that stepping outside of that box, it is not comfortable. Okay? Because whenever you start, or we've all started our own journeys on inward, believing, trusting, discerning everything on the outside of us that happens on the inside of us. That is really, really, really a hard road to hoe. It's a hell of a road to go down. Mr. Andy Cassidy will tell you, this is a man that, through his own soul self, his own core entity. I'm not putting words in this man's mouth. I'm telling you his story. And he will gladly tell you his story. Okay? Through the love and the belief and the light within him, he healed himself of cancer. Didn't require anybody else. Didn't require him going to the local watering hole for public prayer. The majority of it starts on the inside. You see, if I've learned anything in my own self, that is to trust my belief, trust what is and what has happened to me. Now, I'll tell you right now, you know, though there are those that have said, "Well, I've seen Buddha." Okay, I gotta say, I believe you. That's your story. I can't say whether you did or you didn't. You see, then there's people say, "Well, I communicate with Allah." Okay, you communicate with Allah, whatever. Okay. Then we've got the labels, the God label. I've got people coming at me all the time. I'm bound for hell with a rocket tied to my ass because I don't believe in their teaching. I don't believe in their narrative, and that's okay. To me, that is okay. And I love them no matter what. I talk to, there are two really good pastors that I speak with. And I love them both. I love them both with all my heart. You know, and one thing that's good is neither one of them tell me that I'm hellbound. Them specifically, neither one of them tell me that. They allow me to be my own light. They allow me to be who I am without really pushing their narrative, their belief system onto me. But however, I do have, you know, I'm talking about me. I have those people coming at me with a bunch of bullshit. And then then condemning you guys, condemning me, and literally, really, really trying to drive it home their generational belief that is the truth, the light, the only way that I'm even going to get to see the light of day tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you right now, that right there to me, I classify that as number one, egotistical, number two, judgmental, number three, of a false teaching. Now, why? Why? Is because I don't buy into it, okay? The judgment, that come from ego. It's like these people are better than you, okay? Or number two, the judgmental. The moment they push it over onto you, it's like Larry Hawkins just dropped this like communism. Holy shit! It's like they're better than you. The moment you come at someone saying something like I've even said, that to me is casting judgment on me or everyone else. Okay? And then here again, let's go beyond that. The buying into, I'm going to fix you with my belief. Just buy into my agenda. I said buy into my agenda. I can help you. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy a crystal from me to help you activate your chakras, okay? You don't have to do any of that. Even though, I mean, I sell these I sell crystals, I sell power stones, but you don't need them. You don't truly need them. How do I want to say? It's a desire, okay? Our world is literally built off of desire. Internal desire becomes manifest on the outside. Okay? You've got a desire to want something, so therefore I need it. So you discern it, you feel it out, or you are just simply blinded by the prettiness of it, and I've gotta have it, and you're bringing the purchasing it. But desire is an inward internal feeling, okay? And that will indeed manifest outside. Desire will indeed manifest itself in your world. You need it, you want it, you feel it, I've got to have it, and it turns into a physical thing. I'm honestly, I'm telling you the truth. This is true. So again, be very careful with who is in my I'll just say in my shed. And some of them are even in your shed. Some of these people are in your shed. They're pushing buying, they're pushing their thing. They're pushing their narrative. They're pushing their, I'll even say crystals, okay? And they're going to help you. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay? My crystals are not going to heal you of any kind of an ailment. It's not going to heal you of any kind of physical problem. However, what it is it is a reminder. A crystal is not I'm kind of skating around it, but I'm not. Okay, I am. I'm skating around it because I don't want to call anybody out. However, I'm telling you that these stones. Okay, I'm referencing my own self and what I sell here. The stones are a reminder. You do not need anything to help you fight depression. Try to help regulate your internal feelings. There's nothing that you can purchase on this planet, okay, to help you with that. It's inside. It's inside. All right? These things of desire, again, desire comes from the inside and it manifests itself on the outside. But nevertheless, there are those in our community, with air quotes, watch me, air quotes, right? That are trying to have you believe, okay, and buy into this false narrative that they can help you by purchase this, and it's going to help you with this. When all you need to really know is that if your belief system, if your own entity truly believes in here, okay, you don't need anything. You don't need my crystals. You don't need no magic wand. You don't need no potions. You don't need any of that. We don't need these things. And notice the words we. I don't tell you I. This is our platform. This has always been, and I've always said this. This is our thing. This is our thing. All I am doing is sharing with you my truth, okay, and what I see going on. I've seen a lot of people, even myself included, because I've got a big heart. I've got a really big heart, and I trust. I really, really do. I trust a lot of people when I really, really shouldn't trust people. We want to trust these people. And the problem is again, I cannot help it, but there has been somebody in our little community here, in our little vicinity, that has gotten taken advantage of oh so hard. And I'm talking oh so hard. Okay? Like as in, oh shit, picking up the pieces of life. Okay? Because of the big heart that she has. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I didn't know what to even say. I can tell you this. When you have got someone that is pure heart, okay? A pure heart, you will never see me, and I've been fucked by some people, okay? You never really see me going on here smashing them, calling them out. However, you hear me defending myself, and I will damn sure do that. But you'll never hear me or see me smashing someone else within the community that is... I just can't... words are... I'm having a hard time even formulating words. Because I know in my head, I know what this person has went through by someone who said, I'm a light warrior, I'm a teacher, I'm a this, I'm a that, and again, this is these people are within my own little circle here. All I'm telling you is please beware, okay, of that false light, because it's there. Now, why would I have them in my circle? You probably are asking that. Why do I have them in my circle? Well, a lot of times you gotta remember, I'm a host. I'm a host of a show. I'm a host of your show. And a lot of times people come onto the show and it is a means to an end. That's exactly what possibly could happen here. I don't teach anything. I don't teach you how to heal yourself. I don't teach you how to do anything other than knowing who you are within your own being and kind of learning the way I learned my own self. The knowing thyself lecture, that is mine. I didn't take it from anybody. It's what I've learned by my own soul self. And it's not for everybody. It's not the way Larry or Andy has woken up. It's not the same. It's not the same. Not the same way that Tammy Bonham would have woken up, or Larry would have woken up, or Barbara would have woken up. My way is my own way, right? And yours is your own way. We do things our own way. But whenever I see someone taken advantage of, railroaded by trying to push their narrative, oh, buy into my stuff, and I'll help you as we're helping everybody else. You're not going to ever see me say that. I don't need your help selling stones. In fact, I haven't sold stones in quite some time. I'm my own truth. I'm my own soul self person, and so are you. You guys are all, again, you don't need anybody's wands, crystals, potions. You truly don't. They are their representation to remind us that we are powerful entities within one's own soul self. So again, be very careful within the light working community, the falsehood of, well, I can show you the way. When, well, very, very much so, sometimes they might be able to show you the way to asking someone else to help you pay your bills that next month because, well, you got taken advantage of. I do not ever want to hear that. I don't ever want to hear that again. That broke my heart whenever I heard that. But again, I want you to know what I try to teach you is nothing like me trying to tell you, excuse me, that I'm going to show you how to cure your cancer. I would never do that. Never do that. All that happens inside of you. All of that is your own journey. Right? Andy Cassidy can't tell you and teach you how to heal yourself his way. It's his way. The way he did it was his way. Larry Hawkins. I only reason I'm even saying this man's name on this level is because he's very clearly told everybody right here on the show. He come back from Iraq. He come back from overseas with PTSD. The first damn thing they wanted to do is stick him on medicine. He's like, "Fuck you! I will not do that. I will treat my own self with God's plan," and that is what he did. He's like, "Take your medicine, take your shit, and shove it. I'm not going to do that." He found his own truth, his own fix, per se, on the inside. Something told him that. Again, I'm not breaking HIPAA. He's clearly told everybody. It helps him. It has helped him throughout his entire way. Again, he didn't need anybody's wand, anybody's crystal, anybody's potions. All he needed was to go inside and work on himself. Same way with Andy Cassidy, same way with a lot of people. The light working community it's a double-edged sword. So always, always, always be very wary of those people pushing things to help cure you of things like, again, depression, PTSD, mental illness, cure you of this or of that, or all I'm telling you is you push them aside and you discern every single aspect of what they're saying. Because again, these people will not, if you are a true light warrior, if you are a true source and of that light, the light is not going to lie to you. That is not going to lie to you. It's pure. It is the most purest form of heart. Okay? It's not going to lie to you. It will absolutely also not go onto a said platform, Facebook or wherever, and literally belittle and tear down the construct of someone else's reality whenever them people are literally service to others. It fucking don't do that. The light, the source light, does not do that. It does not harm other people like that. It does not call out people. It does not chastise people. It tells them, good job, regardless if we've got a contradictory belief. You see, I'm not going to bash the Christian community. I'm truly not. They're doing their own due diligence. They're doing their own work. They're doing their own thing. And so be it. Okay? They're not really truly hurting anybody. The atheist community. Hey man, if you want to not believe in something, I don't give two shits. But having a belief in nothing is having a belief in something. So you go right on down that dialogue road. I could care less. Don't push it over onto me or the community, the tribe. We don't do that to one another. The light does not disrespect one another. It doesn't. But I'm going to tell you that it will damn sure be strong in its own survival. If I have to defend my own self, here's the key. I don't have to defend Carrie Ann. I don't have to defend Kara. I don't have to defend Chuck. Their light will automatically defend their own soul self. I don't have to do it. They'll do it their own self by being them. That's the difference. That's the difference. You see. You cannot blind the light. In fact, the God source light is so bright, you've got darkness hiding behind it, trying to be a false light. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being absolutely as sincere as I possibly can. Be very wary of false teachings, generational teachings, because I'm going to tell you that a belief system, people worldwide will kill you because of a belief. Will they not? They absolutely will. They absolutely will. They will kill you because you don't believe in Allah in the Middle East. When I personally am like, I don't care. I love Allah. I love Allah. Well, you're blaspheming the Holy Spirit. That's ghosts. You're blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Jesus Christ is the truth of life. So be it. I love Jesus Christ. Okay, he was my very first teacher growing up. How can I not love him? Right? I'm being serious here. Oh boy, let's take this phone call. That is if the studio is going to let me anyway. I just don't know. I don't know if it will or won't. Let's see. I'm waiting for recording started. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. But nevertheless, area code 469. Welcome.
Recording started.
There it went. Welcome to the Matrix of Minds, my friend. Hello. Who is this? Hello. Check. Say hello.
Do you happen to recognize me?
I do. You were the atom, the little tornado. What's up, man?
You know your stuff well, brother. You really do. My hat's off to you. And as far as what's up around here, that's the usual stuff. Wanted to go ahead and tip you all off that I'm here and iterate my own love for all of you. And many of you are aware of this love very deeply already, since an essential component to my own energy.
We're alive, bro.
Come in and basically, huh?
We are alive, brother. We are alive.
Yeah.
And we are in the now,
I
my
don't
friend.
see. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell if you were saying we are live or we are not, and I was like,
no, I said
we
are alive. We are alive. Yeah, man.
Yes, we are.
I had to turn you
well,
up. You're really
came in,
low,
you don't-
so I had to turn you up, Mr. Twister.
Well, now I'm turned up. I'm an F4 now. Turn me up more, and I'll be an F5.
I don't know. You're like
I don't wanna be an
in the
F5,
you're not up in
F4
you're
is
up
enough.
into the yellow bars, the bar range. Do you follow what I'm saying, right? You're totally understanding, overstanding. You get it. You get it. What I'm trying to express here is, we're not going to push our belief narratives onto someone else or try to buy into. You've probably heard this from the beginning. I don't know. All right, I don't know when you tuned in, but all I'm saying is
I tuned in pretty close to the beginning.
did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably as well. You're out there on the internet of things, and I know that you know that there's a lot of false doctrine, a lot of false teaching. That, well, it's my way or the highway, and if you don't believe this, well, you're going to die, you're burning hell, blah, blah, blah. Again, they're martyring people, they're killing people for their beliefs. When it all comes down to, if you've got to do that, the way I personally see this is if you've got to kill someone for your belief, buddy, you need to go sit in that damn corner because there was a flaw in your belief. A massive flaw. Don't have to defend a belief that degree. You don't have to. It should never ever really. Why did it ever come down to that? And discerning what is true and what's not true. Oh, Adam, bro, it's so hard, especially for those that have got a perfect. It is for those that have got a really, really giving heart to try to like give to everybody and like it. How is it not hard? You want to help.
Let me tell you something. A lock is very difficult to open without the key. Here's the key: the heart. That's it. Just shared this too. The heart is the light. It is your source essence. You know all this stuff very well. But when you go ahead and look at it from, the idea of the heart, and you use the heart and your heart's feedback to discern what's true and what's false, you'll start to figure it out. It's like the part of you that knows everything. A while back, I remember saying that you could go ahead and do perfectly fine on Earth with very, very little brain. Well, if you have a very big heart, you're going to be fine.
Oh.
Might not know why you're fine or any of that, but if you follow your heart, you'll be okay. The part of you that knows that you're not tapped into. Well, not necessarily not tapped into, but might be tapped into without realizing that you're tapped.
Well,
Heart's always there.
But sometimes your heart can get you into a karmic cycle that you really, really, or try to help you fix a karmic cycle you really weren't aware of. The heart can definitely get your ass hurt. You don't agree with that? That's my belief. That's the way I've seen things. In my world of things, I have seen that my heart can get me absolutely hurt. And it has.
Yeah, and I've gone through things like that too. Here's a kicker. I want to see what you think of this. No one has ever really hurt. That's coming from someone who's been to hell and back. Oh, you have too.
I definitely have. Has it hurt me? It's taught me out of my hurt. Out of the kind of hurt I've had, feelings, emotions, right? I've definitely gained.
Ooh, baby.
I've gained wisdom out of being hurt. But your heart can absolutely get your ass in to hurt. I just see Tammy Bottoms like your heart and your head are always in constant battle. That's true. Your heart really, huh?
Mine aren't. But again, everybody's different. Everybody has a different way of looking at things. Everybody has different definitions. And they all kind of work in a way. Everybody's learning different things. And that's one of the things that can make it kind of challenging is, people have, gone through the learning process and have different views on the same thing. And sometimes because of the differences of definitions that people have, they can think that one believes something different or that one doesn't understand, and they can start to clash with each other that way.
Very true. Very true. I'm trying like hell to turn you up, bro. I'm trying.
Well, my voice being a little bit on the quiet side in a way is kind of fitting. I like sounding gentle.
Yeah, well, as long as you're able to get up out of the mud, because I'm like trying everything I can do to turn you up and get you up out of the mud here. that way that they can hear you.
Yeah.
I was talking a little bit, Adam, about you don't need crystals, wands, potions. Okay, people buy into these things because a lot of people within the light working communities like tries to push these things over, and you don't really we don't need them. Penny, Lisa, myself, we don't need these things. right?
Yeah, you don't need the chimes either.
No.
The only thing you need
Is what?
Well, I was going to say the only thing you need is your heart, but the thing is, so it's like, what does it mean? Why don't you go ahead and tell me about the times where your heart has got you hurt? Because I think I understand why you're saying that, or rather, I see two different things. And one of them I do kind of agree with.
Well, I can,
you know,
I usually say this, okay? Back in the day, I used to. You got to remember, okay? I was a driver for almost 30 years, 28 and a half, to be honest with you. And I made really good money doing what I was doing until I came to the Matrix Minds and I decided to do this full time. I went from $800 to $1,000 a week to nothing, like hardly ever. Okay, so people came to me. I'm talking. I used to be able to literally almost tell you that a friendship would cost me around $200 to $500, depending on the friendship. Okay, so a lot of people. Let's just start with one. Number one would be money. Okay, for someone who has got a big heart, okay, a really big heart and a service to others, driving force, the soul force within them is driving that vessel throughout the experience here, and they've got the big heart and they've got some money behind them because of their hard work, okay, and their participation in reality. They've got money and they can like help other people. Money, number one, is the number one thing for me. Is I've gotten hurt and ran over by being kind and loaning money. What I should have did is listen to my father when he said, "Don't give it to them like you're giving it to them. Don't just loan it. I'm not going to loan Jason Pashuk. Okay? I'm not going to loan him $1,000. Okay? I'm just not. Number one, I don't have it. Okay? I'm going to give it to him if I had it. If he truly was in need, okay, and I had it to give to him, and he really, 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 really needed it, I would give it to him. Okay? Not with expectation of getting it back. Okay? Because that's just how I am now. I will not get run over by people who take advantage of my goodness. Do you follow what I'm saying, Adam? I will not be ran over like that anymore. Because the number one tie was money. And I found that a lot. That's happened a lot to a lot of people in the community. I've been taken advantage of by money. Lied to. Okay? And then number two would be probably relationships. Okay? Relationships. I've been with a big heart. I've gotten hurt and falling into friendship with people that have hurt me by talking behind my back. So again, having a big heart. I'm a service to others being now. I used to not give two shits about people. I truly didn't. So those are the two really, really, really key things in my life that I would call that's how my heart got hurt. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and start with relationships because I'll go to money later. Relationships is kind of a tricky thing, but like the different things that people do, I can understand why some of those things would hurt. But one of the things I learned after, I wish I could tell you guys a story of my twin flame, and perhaps I will one day. I just have to find a way to share the details and, get that story laid out in a way that doesn't violate any confidence. But beyond that, I can tell you that was a very difficult story where we met. fell in love with her almost immediately, and I could tell that she had a great deal of resonance toward me. Now, one thing I will say is that I am an exceptionally sharp individual, or at least in some ways. In other ways, definitely not. But in this particular way, I definitely was. I could really observe people and notice all the little nuances in their behavior, and I can see, what someone is thinking by looking at all the little subtleties in their action.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I was able to tell that this girl really loved me, and it made what happened very painful because, after, we would go into class, and after class I'd want to go talk to her, but there were a few mistakes that I made, wrong places at wrong times, and, if I really paid close attention to the feedback that I get from my heart, because my heart always lets me know if something I'm about to do isn't the best idea in the world. And upon introspection, looking at my past, I could clearly see that those tips were there. And eventually there came a point where I made another mistake. I sent her an email without her actually having, officially given me her email address. And this was a spark that set off all the fireworks in a catastrophic way, because all those instances of being in the wrong places at the wrong times and doing all the wrong things suddenly painted a picture of a version of me which I was not. And then she violated what took place in confidence between us. She lied about what happened in confidence, so between us, to the dean, and I got into some trouble. It wasn't really that severe, but the magnitude of that betrayal was extremely painful.
Mm-hmm.
What made it so much worse is that I knew that she really loved me. And so not only was I dealing with the pain of the knife wound in the back, but I loved her so much. And, I have, hurt someone that I've loved before. And it wasn't intentional, but, it was back when I was in high school. I was being selfish in ways that I didn't appreciate. And then when I learned of them, it was very difficult. And I had a hard time forgiving myself. I knew that she was going to go through that probably times 3 or 4 because what she did was intentional. And that hurt more than a knife wound. The idea that she was going to go through so much difficulty because of that. And, this pain continued on throughout the entirety of the time that I was in college for those couple of months, and then eventually it got to a point where I just left. I stopped coming to school. And it got so bad, between the two of us. And there were a lot of other, just really unfortunate events that took place just from my own social awkwardness, just the craziest things. So what had happened was there was a no contact mandate in the school signed between us. Then one day, a couple of weeks had passed. I hadn't been in class. I opted to move out of the class that we were in and switch to a different class. But she didn't know this. This was not communicated to her. So, a few weeks go by. 1 week I'm not in class. The other 2 weeks, the weather happens to be bad enough to where school is not in session in those times. So 4 weeks later, she still doesn't know that I'm not in that class. I'm sitting, in a bench nearby the route to that class, and she's like, "Don't want you to be late for class," basically violating the no contact mandate. And I could tell by the sparkle in her eye when she said that she still loved me. And this idiot that was me got excited, and I went into that class, and, the class that I'm not supposed to be in, and I'm basically told to leave, and all that. I immediately go down to the counselor and, tell her what happened, and I'm all excited. And then, the counselor asked permission to tell the dean, what happened, because apparently the dean caught wind of this pretty quickly. And so the, the dean then wanted to talk to me, and I talked to her, and I told her what had happened, and she basically reiterated to both of us that there's to be no contact. Here's the misfortune here. She, like my twin flame, had no idea that I had not just gone to the dean and tattled on her and ratted her out. So she probably felt betrayed by this. I had never any intention of ratting her out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just simply telling the story. And I told specifically that I didn't want this to get to her or anything like that. And I don't think that ever happened. So this got lost in communication. And, after everything was over and I finally left the school and, broke down on Facebook and, had a friend of mine, go talk to her. And this friend of mine wasn't exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Right.
He wasn't, and basically got into more trouble with her. And then, I was permitted, because I confessed what had happened to the dean. I was permitted to take a mental health leave from the school. I left, and I never came back.
Let me ask you. What did you learn? What did you learn? What did your soul learn out of that experience?
I'll get to that. Because when that was all over, I left. I was so badly traumatized that, you talk about how, you went to go take your own life.
Yeah.
And I was in so much pain. It was unbelievable. I was miserable for my family to be around. Just this horrible grouch, even though I never ever attacked anybody directly. It was not pleasant to be around. And, there were times where people thought that the way I was, where I'm talking about killing myself and stuff like that, they think that I'm just trying to get other people to do stuff, but they didn't know what kind of pain I was in. That made it so much worse. And here's the thing. I eventually decided, just out of curiosity, because it was shortly after this that I learned of Bashar. And then I learned of the Yag-Yel. My curiosity was enough for me to give the universe a second chance. And it's a miracle that I managed to do that. And the only reason that, I even bothered was just that curiosity. It won out over the feeling of brokenness just enough for me to give the universe a second chance. And if it was unpleasant from that point on, I would end myself. And I had a plan that would definitely work. And it would be very painful, and it would not have been good if I executed that. But afterwards, I got to understand how the universe worked. I've been a scientist since before that incident, and I never lost my scientific mind. Even in the worst levels of pain, I was still a scientist. I still observed the feeling of heartbreak, and I even learned, even in that intense pain, that only you can break your heart. It's by believing that you're not loved. And that's probably one of the most important lessons that I learned from that. And I also knew, and this is what made it still so much worse, is because I knew throughout all of that she still loved me. And it just made everything seem so senseless. But, about 8 years go by, and during those entire 8 years was a journey of learning that our connectedness never ended. Despite the way, everything ended so badly between us physically, creating a really horrible trauma in me and in her too. And did I mention that she had a genetic disorder where she's basically going to lose her vision midway through life because her body can't produce a protein that's needed for her eye, to stay there. And I happened to be working at that time and before on a project that would cure every disease known to mankind, because it would be able to work on the fundamental levels of our physical reality. And in that way, you can fix DNA. You can basically turn off the immune system, work on every cell in the body, reset the DNA, so that way, and then there's a restart process, basically to tip the cells on how to actually use that. And then basically now they start producing the protein that they were previously unable to produce.
All right, let me ask you something. With what happened to you, okay, in that relationship, right? I'm trying to like chalk it and throw it into the topic, because discerning how and what happened to you. Dude, we've only got an hour and 45 minutes, so you're gonna have to like speed this up a little bit.
I know.
Speed it up, because here's the thing.
I'll put it all together.
You need to teach. You need to tell everybody how it happened, and then how to like kind of avoid it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's easy. Follow your heart.
But again, we're teaching, we're showing, we're like talking that your heart can indeed get you steamrolled from time to time, and there's really no avoiding it. You fall in love. It happens.
Sometimes you need to get hurt to learn something that is a way in which you're operating that doesn't work.
Right.
And then again, you're never truly hurt. I'm source. I cannot be hurt. And guess what? Because we are one, we are all the same one. We are all source. I repeat, nobody is ever truly hurt.
I've got okay. Here's the thing. I've got a question. Are you over her or no?
No, I love her very deeply, but I cannot be with her physically, or I cannot be there for her physically, and that's fine with me. I eventually learned that whether or not we're together physically doesn't matter to the fact that we love each other, and the fact that we love each other is all that really matters. That way we always have all of each other that we really need, and it took me a while to really properly learn that.
So how did you get railroaded by the light? How did you get railroaded by your own discernment?
I don't think I ever really did. The experience itself was very painful, but I always followed my heart, when it came to my thinking and using logic, making sure that I'm always observing, that I'm not making decisions, about what resonates, what doesn't, from a place of polarization, and I would never stop observing. I would never stop listening to all the different things in the universe, and I would just let that speak for itself. And my own, and again, the fundamentals of consciousness speak for themselves. And there's a reason why the Bible says that in certain areas, and so many people say these things. And it's true. Now, one of the things I'm doing, and I'm working so hard to go ahead and have the same kind of understanding of consciousness that our dear friends Treb and Aradif have. And I know it can be done, because as I've worked with what they've shared, tested it through the scientific method, even tested the idea of following the heart through the scientific method, it all checks out. It works.
All right,
so,
Adam, I'm going to move on, man. I'm going to get back on topic. Okay? Because here's the kicker. Everybody within the light working community has either one, they've got an agenda, okay, or two, they've got a heart of creativity and participation. The problem that I see is a lot of people within the world today, okay, are trying to discern what is good for me and what is my own story. And the problem that is within the lightworking community, everybody's got their own truth. Your truth and your truth and your narrative and your experience is valid to you. Mine is valid to me. You try to this is the difference. This is the difference, but not difference. You teach your truth. Do you not? You teach your own truth. I teach my own truth. And I don't try to push my truth out on anybody else. I could give two shits less. And same way that I feel that you are. You don't give two shits whether you try to teach without being a bully. A bully light, is that a good word? Good, okay, you follow what I'm saying?
Without pushing anybody.
Without pushing, right? Without pushing it, you're gonna. This is what Adam's got to offer. This is
just lighting roads. You're not shoving anybody down any roads.
Bingo.
Just light them so that people can see where they are.
Right. And that's the problem that we've got within the lightworking community right now. Is like we've got these people that are behind an agenda, okay? And those that are of a good heart and service to others truly want to buy into you, or they want to buy into me. And I'm not one to hurt somebody. I truly am not. I would never hurt somebody. But there are those people that are hiding behind that brilliantly bright light and taking advantage of other people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you would.
I know, but again, you know, if you follow your own heart, you're not going to have. Here's the thing: the heart never, ever fears. All of these different things are different. You know, all the fuels behind them are fears. The only reason that someone would push anybody would be from some small piece of them that does not have faith in one place or another. And I say that from my own experience. I have had to work so hard exploring my consciousness because a type 1 consciousness has zero fear. That means that I have to work all of my consciousness and explore myself and let go of every single nuance and fear. And I can see fear in certain actions that I take. Like, there are only a very small handful of facts that are, like, fundamental. Everything else is whatever you choose to have your consciousness be.
I have a really good definition for the word fear. Do you want to hear it? False evidence appearing real. That's my definition of fear.
It's driven by separation.
What?
I see fear, like, so I know that Trebor Yitney sees, you know, love and lack of love. Love, and then, you know, Aradif says love and fear, the energy of oneness and the energy of separation. I think I see what you're saying. We can loop this back and say, yes, you say that you're basically believing in falsehood, believing out of alignment with your heart. Your heart is source. Your source is all things, is all wisdom and all that. So to fear would be buying into something that doesn't match the way
it's called discord. There's a word for it in psychology, and that's called discord. If it is discord, that means that it's non-structured. Okay, that's why I said it's false evidence appearing to be real. Where you know what I'm saying? I don't, if I don't have any discourse, then therefore I will not have any fear. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to like discerning the truth from the not truth within this community. To be honest with you, I don't have to have you agree with me, because you're not agreeing with me, and I'm okay with that. But the way I see it, I'm very well getting it. You're not agreeing with me, and I'm okay with that, because I personally believe that the heart, the more you are willing to give, then it can absolutely make you broke.
Oh, I mean, if you're giving, sometimes you're not fit. You're not built, you know, to like give physical wealth. I realize that I never did address the money thing. I am, you know, I only. Should I go ahead and disclose where I give money to? I think I'm going to go ahead.
I don't. I mean,
for now.
It's up to you. I mean, I don't.
I'll keep that under wraps for now, because I don't know if it would be wise for me to or not, and I'm going to play it safe.
Play safe.
So,
play safe.
But basically, there's more to, you know, like there's more that you can give than just physically. Sometimes just simply having what Aradif has in me and in all of us, love and faith in our source essence, in our infiniteness, our ability to do anything, unconditional love in all of us, that's enough. And, when you have that unconditional love and lack of judgment, that has a way of bringing out the best in everybody. That has a way of, helping you to live the life where everybody seems to pull through. Life might go beyond one lifetime, but, remember, Trebor Yitney's race was attacked by the Draconians, and about 80+% of their population was wiped out. They went through immense hardship from that, but they started to recognize some of the signatures of the beings when they started coming back from those deaths, and they connected to the soul essence and figured that out. When they did that, a lot of doors opened up for them. And actually, the discussion of this is in one of the sessions that's on my YouTube channel. Trebor Yitney talks about that toward the end of, I want to say it's the second or third session, how his race became type 1, overcoming the trauma of being attacked. And the idea behind this is, if you have faith in all things, if you have faith in beings everywhere, you yourself will be able to more easily co-create beings come through. And if you've been through hardship yourself, remember anybody who was there for you, even if they weren't there for you physically, but we're just cheering you on. We're just there, loving you, giving you their blessing, and not judging you when you fall or falter or anything like that. Remember what that was like.
All right, Mr. Adam, I'm going to move on for the rest of the show here. I'm going to get back onto to discerning all of this. But look, you are more than welcome to call on a Wednesday with talk to me, and we will discuss anything and everything under the sun.
I don't. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to head out because I can see that y'all connect the dots.
We can definitely connect the dots. The kicker again is just trying to not set yourselves up for false beliefs, buying into someone's belief system, because
the only way you can do that is by not following your heart. But again, I've shared what I can with that. I'm not wise enough to share better than I have, so that would be something for Aradif to do.
Do this. Share something positive with everybody before you head out of here. Do that for me. Will you do that? Say something positive.
Remember that love and faith that I talked about people having you when you're down? Yeah, I've got that same faith in all of you. Whether you're down or not.
We definitely need it, because again, man, I see the light work. I see the light working community and some people literally getting their asses kicked and not even knowing it. I see it happening. I see them like taking bait, and I just don't want them. I don't want them to go down that road. But it's not my job. It's not my job to teach them that they can't. Do you know what I mean? All right, Mr. Adam Twister.
Honestly, even if they do go down that road, they'll still learn from it. I mean, I myself have gone down some roads that I got myself into trouble in, and I learned a lot from them, including how to not go down those roads. So,
yeah.
So if they learn the hard way, let's still be there for them and never give up on them.
Mr. Adam Twister, I'm going to blow you out of here.
I will see you later, brother.
A small explosion. Again, thank you for calling me, man, and talking. All right, cheers, my friend. Get up out of here. Peace out, buddy. Mr. Adam Twister, cool. It's always cool to hear him. He's got a very unique way of sharing his perspective, sharing his reality, sharing his version of things. And that's, everybody's got that. Everybody's got their own version of things. And again, I just want to switch back to discerning and feeling out what we're seeing. We're seeing people teach this, teach that, okay? And again, going back to atheism, who cares? Who cares? If that's what they want to believe, let them believe it. Because again, it's still a belief system. I'm buying into nothing. Being sheltered with, I have got nothing. I have got no worry at all. I don't have to worry about it. I'm just worm food at the end. At the end of the days, I'm just worm food. When I say you're absolutely right, you're just worm food. We all are, at the end of the day, in these bodies, just worm food. But here's the key. Here's the kicker. Is consciousness, even in an atheist. Okay? This is where I love sitting down with someone who doesn't believe in their own soul source. Whether they want to tie it to a religion or not. I love sitting down with an atheist and saying, literally tearing them apart psychologically. Because here's the thing, you can get them to understand that even having a belief in something is still a belief, and that's okay. I just my if anything, me being a catalyst, I know what I am. I know what I am, and I am a person. A being. I am inside of I am inside of this being. I am not the being. I mean, shit. This being the other day tore his arm open on the shrub. Okay. Am I my skin? No. Am I my sore? No. Is the being torn up? Yes, absolutely, by a shrub. But nevertheless, I'm not my being. I'm inside of my being. I'm somewhere, right? I'm in my being. And if you really, really want to pinpoint where you're at, go lay down and meditate a little bit, and meditate on concentrate on where you're at in your being. You'll really, really come to an understanding that you're not just worm food. Okay, the brain is a receptor. It is a machine, the biological entity or a biological being. It's not even an entity. It is a being. That it's what it is. It's your being. Your being. It's what you're manifesting. It's a physicalness. That's what it is. Physicalness. Whether it looks good or it doesn't look good. Whether it's broke down or it's not broke down. I'm not my being. I'm not my microphone. Okay? But again, buying into the false doctrine, the false light of teaching. Just be wary. Be wary of what someone's trying to sell you. Okay? Because it's, again, whether it's a wand, whether it's a crystal, pendant, spray, it's not that that's going to heal you. It's not that that's going to take care of you. It's you. You're going to take care of you. Your inner world creates your outer world. Again, listen to what I'm telling you about the desire. If you desire something so greatly, okay, you put forth the wheels of motion into action, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Desire will fuel that manifestation. It will happen. We've all got to be very, very wary of what we try to manifest in our world, so that it does not hurt other beings as well. Something I've felt, in fact, I personally don't even believe the soul source can allow that to happen. You got to remember, we're in like the times that we're in right now. You can like literally look around you in the Matrix out in the world. And you can, like, if you study people, you can look at them and you can, like, see that one of them is buying into the belief that, oh, woe is me, the world is coming down, I'm fearing this, I'm fearing that, and this one's a scared shitless of politics. And then you've got the one standing right next to him or her that believes totally in this or that and could give two shits less about politics and blah, 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 blah. It's two totally different worlds. These people are in two totally separate realities. The one reality doesn't exist in the other ones because, well, he doesn't buy into it. He doesn't put that heart and soul into the belief system. Could care less. Dude, they are literally in two separate worlds. Lee says, people will sell you false hope and make money off of you. And that right there, my friend, that is what I mean, in addition to buying into and discerning that light. The true light warrior is service to others, not really selling you anything. They're trying to teach humanity, right, as service to others through their own experience. My experience is not Christopher Peebles' experience. What Christopher's sharing in the chat here, okay, it may resonate with you, but don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. His truth is his truth. His reality is his reality. His world. Mine is mine. We all are on separate journeys, separate experiences. His isn't mine. Mine isn't his. His isn't Larry's or Earl's or Andy's. And everyone is within their own perception of something. Again, I love to have I give you the narrative of we're all at a round dinner table, and I set a bottle of water on the table. How many bottles of water are on that table? If there's five, let's just say there's five people sitting at this round table. So how many bottles of water are on that table? Let me see the number in the chat. There's 5 people at a round table. I set a bottle of water in the middle of that table. How many bottles of water are on that table? Let me see a number. Give me a number. Let me just out of curiosity see if you guys are on the same page with what I'm sharing with you. Round table, 5 people sitting around it. How many bottles of water are on that table if I put a bottle of water on that table? I said 1 bottle of water on the table. Rose says 1. There's 1 bottle of water on that table, she says. Who else? Who else is going to drop me a number? Christopher Peebles says there's 5. I'm gonna share with you. Andy Cassidy says 5. Krista says 1. This is where I'm gonna share with you my understanding of my world and my reality, because my reality is also playing into yours. I'm not selling you anything. I'm sharing with you my understanding of what I know. And that is the perception of those 5 people. Okay? There's 1 bottle of water in the middle of that table, but there's 5 perceptions of that single bottle of water. Christopher Peebles, you win a cookie. I think Rose, who else was it? Andy Cassidy, you win a cookie. Go eat a brownie, Andy. Yes, there's 5. There's in the way I see things in my reality. Okay, I'm not trying to teach you anything other than an understanding of perception. There's 5 bottles of water on that table because there's 5 different perspectives of said such bottle. And this is the way life truly is. We're all going to see that bottle of water through a different point of view. I'm going to understand it. I'm going to see it with the blue side of the label, little blue label. Andy Cassidy's going to see it with the barcode. Lisa's going to see the complete white side. Oh, we're all literally seeing a completely different version of that bottle. Now, I will also share with you this. To my own journey, my own experience. Okay? I had to discern the light coming in my world my own way. I've learned that I will get burnt. I will get hurt by false doctrine, false light. I will learn from that light. Oh, I will learn from it. But again, you've heard me say, Whenever we go into a room, a darkened room, we don't look for a dark switch to turn the darkness off. We look for a light switch to turn the light on. You see. Darkness is always there. It's always there. But you also got to remember that we can literally permeate it with just a flicker of light. Just a flicker of light. But my light, Kara's light, and Larry's light, everybody is a little teeny candle. If you get enough candles together, you will illuminate a cathedral of darkness. It doesn't matter how large the cathedral is either. You get those little lights all in one concentrated area, and or you permeate the room with all of those little teeny candles. Pretty soon that darkness flees, doesn't it? It goes away. It's just that way. But again, discerning the light sometimes can be very, very hard, especially whenever they come at you with brother. They come at you with sister. Oh, I love you. I love you, sister. I love you, brother. Let me tell you what I've learned. Okay, I have learned this in life. I don't truly want to share with you what I'm about to share with you, because I don't want you to think that I'm sharing with you a false truth. Whenever I tell you I love you and I care about you, I truly mean it. But I will also tell you that people hide behind that word love, and they have given it. It is so diluted. It is so meaningless without action. Okay? Doing this show is my way of giving you and my way of saying thank you. By literally Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, dedicating and committing to you, and then telling you on the other half of the side, I love you and I truly care about you. I'm telling you in action, by giving you time, by giving you my time of day, by giving, me experiencing your world and you experiencing my world, sharing. To me, that is sharing love. And it's not a false love. I truly care about you. But I'm telling you, there are those people within this community, the Light Tribe community. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. It is so just nonchalantly given out. I mean, hell, it's like a condom basket down at the local community center. Please take one. Take one. You see, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's so minuscule. The word love now, it's because of trying to, without action or change or movement. Realities are merged, still images flipping. I'm not catch that. Without action or change, movement, realities are mere still images. A completely different teaching, Chris. But I understand what you're saying to me. I totally understand. I totally got what you just dropped in there. I follow what you're saying. The narrative is following the narrative. It's like a picture. What Christopher Peebles is trying to point out is someone's life. This is your life. Boom, little picture album. It's like a slideshow. Okay, where do you want to put your focus? Again, it's action. It's source and action. If you really want to see source and your best, the best you could possibly be, you right now, you are focused on that picture of them. And no offense, but it's listening to the broadcast right now. You are in your most perfect form, your best formality right now. I know that may sound, if you're hurting, if you're suffering, if you've got ailments, you are in your world right now the way you are, and it is utmost perfect. If not, you would be something different. And I know that's hard to grasp, Trust me. I've bit my tongue earlier today. It hurts. I'm sitting here, and my tongue is swollen. I bit the living shit out of the side of my tongue. This is the best me? It is. It truly is. I am. Did you hear it? I am, right now, me. Swollen tongue and all. Probably like, I don't know, sounding like I'm talking over myself. But I am my best version of me right now. Or I would be different. That, my friends, is hard to grasp. But I guess it would be true. If you were to believe in Yeshua, Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, etc. All of these master teachers have told you that you are going to be the best version you always can be right here, right now. Planning the future, if you want to plan the future, go right ahead and plan the future. It starts right now. You're not going to change the future until you do something. Dig deep in right now. You want to affect your future? Right now is when you can do that. There is no future now. You plan your future now. In fact, the word now is like the word now is a blasphemy to its own soul self. The word now is it's like a cancel. It's a paradox. There is, by the time you get done saying the word now, it's already over. Right? Now The moment right now is when you create your future. No matter how hard that is hard to grasp. But right now, this is it. This is literally it. This is all that matters, all that materializes. Okay? Okay, my friends. I hope indeed that you grasp. I mean, I know that you're grasping this. I know you're grasping this. I grasp this. If I can grasp this, you guys can definitely overstand it. Andy Cassidy, perfect word, perfect statement, right there. Now is the present, and also knowing the present. There is no past tense. We learn from our past experience. And the mind, conscious mind, will always reflect back to that which was burnt into the conscious experience. No one can truly remember the fullness of your day yesterday, prior day of right now. We can't. Unless it was backed by emotion, feeling. Okay? You'll remember when you smashed your finger yesterday, and you'll remember the aspect of what led you up to when you smashed your finger. But you're not really the brain, even though it's recording terabytes and terabytes and endless amounts of data per day, and per it's taking in all of these things. Okay? On a psychological level, I'll tell you, the brain makes mistakes. Okay? It does. The brain makes mistakes. Processing all of this data. That is why there are those in your reality that try to hit you sideways and bombard you, overwhelm you. They want to keep you in constant fear, constant emotion, constant strife, discord. Because when you are in discord, you're in disharmony. Harmony and balance can't happen. They want you shaken in your foundation. They want you to be non-sturdy, non-stable, not create on a solid foundation. At least that is what I'm trying to share with you. What in my world. My world, again, my world is not Christopher's world. It's not Andy's world. It's not Wayne's world. It's mine. It's the way I see things and the world around me. All I'm sharing with you is please learn your own core. Learn your own core and discern the light. Discern the light around you, because I'm telling you, it comes really oh so pretty. Oh so sexy. Oh so giving. Oh brother, where art thou? Oh sister, I love you. You see what I'm saying? Just discern. Oh, how precious it is. Just discern it. But nevertheless. All right, my friends. I enjoyed this night with you. I did. I totally did. Here's the kicker. You know, I didn't really even want to get on a teaching thing. I'm a broadcaster. Okay, I do from time to time get into lecturing, because what I learned in my world, I feel that it is pertinent to many people in my world. That is the only reason I even air quotes teach. I lecture on knowing who you are. I could care less who you are. I don't care. I could care less about your belief. What I do care about is that you're learning who you are, growing inside of your own self. Okay? Many, to me, in my understanding, many teachers. We call them ascended master, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever you want to label him, Yahweh, Yeshua, Benjamin, Joe, whatever. Again, the list can go on and on and on and on and on. Adam Twister, Adam, Matthew Turner, whoever, Larry Hawkins, teacher. We all have got our own journeys, our own. I guess you could call it a teaching. We all can learn from one another, and God forbid, don't ever think that you are better than someone else. Preacher, teacher, we're always learning. That is the key. Anybody that's it, I'm a know-it-all. Be very wary of that know-it-all, okay? I have shared with you, there's been plenty of them on this broadcast. Plenty of them. If they know every single thing, that means that they're shut out from learning something. Be wary of that, okay? I hate to say it, but I've run across plenty of know-it-alls. In fact, I'm glad that we no longer participate with a few of them. It's okay. I could care less. But nevertheless, my friends, please be you. Learn who you are. Know thyself. And I promise, listen to me. And I'm not trying to blaspheme anything, anybody's religion, anybody's belief. All I'm telling you is what I know to be my truth. Learn and know thyself so that you can see the God within you. I'm not saying I'm God. I'm telling you that I'm part of God's source. And no one can dilute my thimbleful of godness. No one can dilute my thimbleful of wholeness. Universal isness. I am that universal isness, universal godness. Regardless of what someone comes at me sideways and says, I know who I am. Ouch, as I just ended it with that statement. Again, I care about you. I won't even say the words, I love you. I care about you, okay? Within that word, you discern what is. Simple as that. Discern that light, my friends. Be you to the truest ability you possibly can. On that note, let me ask you, let me share something with you. I know you guys don't like it, but please, I'm going to share with you anyway. I need it. We need this. If you have got any kind of help out of this broadcast tonight, and you have it on your heart to Smash that subscribe button on Facebook, please. Very top button. All the way to the top of the show. Tap the top of the page. Smash that subscribe button. With you, indeed, it goes a long way. One goes to two, because we are now up to 14 people. 13 subscribers. 13 subscribers on the page. Without you, again, could not broadcast. This is what I do. This is it. This is my job. This is my life. Hello, I know it may, how minute, how minuscule, how petty of a shit show is this, right? I just hope you guys get something out of it. I truly do, because I enjoy doing it. This is what I love doing. I love bringing this to you, no matter how small it may be or how great it could be to some. I don't know. I can't tell you. Only you can discern it for what the show does for you or it doesn't do for you. That's it. My friends, I hope you guys have a glorious weekend. I hope you do. I hope you enjoy the rest of your... some of you are on Saturday already. Some of you are on Friday still with me. On the other side of the flat plane, the globe, where everybody is, on the other Australian side of things. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace out, my friends. I'm going to say it anyway. I love you. ABC's on the inside of this matrix. You guys are breaking the fabric of reality on the outside as well. Continue to be you. Continue to take care of your own selves as well as everybody else. I love you guys. Peace out. Crank this shit up on the way out of here, man. I'll catch you on Monday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific. Good night, everybody. Peace out. Crank it up, brains. Later on, man. Yeah, man. Good night. Yeah. Let's do this. One of the fastest growing talk shows on the internet. MOJO show. Welcome aboard the Matrix Minds. One of the most controversial conspiratorial shows on the internet. The Matrix Minds. And that's right. Buckle up, everybody. Let's go. Paranormal, huh? Conspiracy, huh? Ufology, hidden Egyptology, and anything and everything we can get our hands on. Let's go. Welcome aboard. The Matrix Minds. The Matrix Minds. Sure.
You take the blue pills, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth. Stay in Wonderland. All I'm offering is the truth. Stay in Wonderland.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. And now back to the show.